Hey everybody, this is going to be kind of a serious video because the topic, well, all my videos are actually serious, but this particular topic really gets to me. See, I don't really make a big deal out of it because it happened in my past and I don't even really remember all the details, but I was sexually abused as a child, a very small child. Once, my father and mother were in a custody battle, and my dad happened to be in Birmingham, Alabama, and he took my brother and I to CPS, Child Protective Services, dropped us off. Well, he didn't drop us off, but he had them take us because he was running low on money, and he figured that during the custody battle, they could take better care of us than he could. So, and he did plan to come back and get us again, which he told me as a child. I was probably 3 or 4 years old, something like that. Yeah, 3 or 4 years old. And we were put in a foster home of a woman who was, we'll say, unsanitary, rude, and abusive, especially to my brother. I actually learned to lie to keep him out of trouble. And I hate lying. Well, I'm not going to tell you that I remember everything that happened. I do remember an adult male spooning with me while I was in my underwear and having me spoon with my little brother at the same time. I remember my brother asked me a question about when our dad was coming to get us, and I said, I don't know. This adult male told us he was never coming to get us. He had abandoned us and hated us. I then said that he was going to come and get us, that he was going to find out what happened, and that he was going to do something about it. To which this adult male said that if I told anybody what happened, he would kill me, he would kill my brother, and he would kill everyone I care about. And he would have me watch them die before he killed me. I also remember the foster mother calling me into the bathroom while she was in there relieving herself, telling me I'd better do what he says because he's serious, and then having me help her wipe, which I thankfully forget anything about. I also remember telling my mother's attorney, who came to visit us on several occasions, that she had to get us out of there one way or another, that I couldn't say why, but she had to get us out. I did not mention any of the abuse because I was afraid at the time. I do remember giving my testimony in a court, which is odd because I was about 3 or 4 years old, but I was too afraid to say anything about it at the time. The second time it happened, I was probably, I want to say 7 years old. This is apparently less traumatic for me, but a friend had me over at her house while my dad was gone. This friend took me into the closet with her, and we apparently did some not we didn't do anything too inappropriate, but we did kiss, and we I won't go into everything, but we did do that. Next thing I know, I go out to talk with this with her mother's boyfriend, who it later turns out was sexually abusing the children and physically abusing everybody in the house. He actually smacks me so hard that I fall down. I'm not sure if I told my dad about this or not. Remember, I was 7 years old at the time, and I'm working off of 34 years of time between then and now. Anyway, I end up in a bedroom with this woman who is a friend of my dad. And for some reason, we're holding each other and kissing each other. She keeps telling me we've got to stop, and yet she keeps going. It never went further than that, but still, that is pretty bad stuff for any adult to do with any child. I bring this up because, as I have learned over the years, being a Christian, especially a chaplain, people who are, let's say, militant atheists will often accuse Christians, especially Christian ministers or chaplains, of being sex offenders themselves. This has happened now 3 times. Sorry, you can't see my thumb, but 3 times to me. Once with a guy named Sciences Therapy on Facebook. He made it his mission in life to accuse me of pedophilia and sexually abusing children. Naturally, that got under my skin. But the Christian way is to forgive people. Even though I'll have nothing to do with him ever again, and if he ever messages me, I will never message him back, I still forgive him. It happened a second time with some nobody I can't remember. And now it has happened a third time. This time, a guy on Facebook calling himself Kemetic Lewis. Now, Kemeticism is an attempt to bring back ancient Egyptian religion and spirituality. But Kemetic Lewis apparently just uses that as part of his name and doesn't actually believe it. He's an atheist. Here's a screenshot. I'm not sure you'll be able to see it because I don't know how this camera's going to do, but here's a screenshot. Yeah, you can't really see that. He actually called me a pedophile before, and I posted my reply, a long reply, which I've somewhat shortened at that time. He then erased his comment calling me a pedophile. Or it was taken down, I don't know. I asked him, gonna accuse me of pedophilia here too? He, of course, says, now you are here because you're obsessed with me. Then he says, no, child predator should do. So I post, for everyone reading this, Kemetic Lewis is calling a survivor of child sexual abuse a child predator. But even though he's trying to psychologically harm me, I'm too strong for that to work. So I'm forgiving him. Why? Because it's the Christian thing to do, because Christ commands it, because Christianity is superior to atheism in every way. This being a case in point. Truly lost people will do anything to hurt you if they can't win an argument against you. But best thing to do is forgive them. Now, I'm not going to let him get away with him bullying anybody else. I refuse to let anybody be bullied on my watch. But he's not going to get under my skin, even though I was sexually abused as a child. I'm not letting that happen. Even though I've known people who have also been sexually abused as children, people close to me, I'm not letting that happen. I'm going to forgive him. Kemetic Lewis, if you're watching this, I forgive you because it's a Christian thing to do, because Christ commands it, and because, as you have proven with your posts, being the average vocal atheist, militant atheist type, Christianity is superior to atheism in every way. I really hope someone from your followers section, if you even have anybody following you on YouTube, like you claimed, sees this video and shares it with you. I hope all your fans, if you even have any, like you claimed, see this video. Find out what you're willing to stoop to and stop listening to your lies. Because that's what they are. They're lies. But I still forgive you.